Ryan Garcia, one of the most popular boxers in the world right now, said that the elites took him captive, took him to Bohemian Grove. They tied him up and they made him watch them do disturbing things to children. He hopped on Twitter Spaces and revealed everything to Andrew Tate, and I'll show you those voice notes later on in the video. But we're also going to talk about P. Diddy. He's involved in one of the biggest lawsuits of his career. The person suing him, Lil Rod, one of his producers, said that he has video, audio, and picture evidence of P. Diddy doing really disgusting things. I'll also tell you about the details of that later. And we're also going to talk about my Instagram. I made a video about this Satanic DJ, and he saw the video, posted it on his Instagram story. He commented on it. His producer and manager commented on it, and all of his fans commented on it, and things got pretty wild. So we're starting to make some noise here with our videos. So welcome to Exposing the Media, episode 4, where we talk about extremely weird and evil things going on in the world, and we expose them. First up, we'll start off with Ryan Garcia. Let me show you the voice notes that he was talking to Andrew Tate with on Twitter, and then we'll talk about it.
All right, talk to us.
Bro, I don't give a bro. They held me down and they made me watch little kids get. I don't give a anymore.
Where?
Bro, they took me to the woods, bro, and they tied. I'm not joking, bro. I have proof, bro. I don't give a bro. I will show you every video you could ever believe. Bohemian Grove is real. They tied me down and they made me watch, dog. I absolutely don't give a anymore. Yes, I lost it. They're little kids.
Come on, fuck this guy.
Bro, this dude, dude.
Who?
Bro,
You know
you know the higher elites, bro. You already know who they are, bro.
You know the path
Andrew,
you're going down is dangerous, my friend.
I don't give a. I don't give a. They can't touch me. I'm a god.
Well, that's the first point of contention, because I care about you a lot, and I can assure you from my own personal experience that they can touch you, which is the
Bro,
worst part
no,
about
they
it.
can't, bro. All right, so come touch me, you fucking.
You have proof of these things. You have proof of this on your phone?
Yes, of course I do. What the fuck are you talking about? Of course, if Alex could get a fucking video from the Bohemian Grove, of course I could.
They're gonna try to kill me, bro. They already told me what they're gonna do to me. They told me they're gonna make an example on me, that because I say Jesus so much, they're gonna put me on a cross and they're gonna crucify me in the whole world and say, "Yep, this is what we do. This is what we do." So please help me out. I mean, if that's what's supposed to happen, let God's will be done, not mine. I'm okay with that. And this is the truth. Have I lied about anything else? Nothing. So why would I lie about that?
Ryan, I'm a father of 2 kids.
Yes.
I'm saying this because I'm worried about my children, okay?
Okay.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep
Now, let me just give you a little bit of context of what's been going on recently. I'm going to put this Instagram post here on the screen. And before all of this happened, this is what everyone kind of freaked out about first and kind of raised the red flags. It says, "We got him, boys. Ryan Garcia, RIP, 666. Videos exactly in time we told you. We are coming." A bunch of gibberish. The description said the death of Ryan Garcia. He's still alive, obviously. And then it said Baphomet and all this kind of stuff in the description. And everyone's like, is this guy possessed by a demon? Did someone hack his Instagram? Did someone take hold of him? And then the next couple days, we see him on Twitter revealing all of this information. He then goes on Twitter and goes wild with his tweets. And let me just read you some of his tweets. He says, they auction off kids. So he starts talking about the elites, how they took him off to Bohemian Grove, auctioning off kids and doing weird things to them. By the way, he's tweeting over 100 times in these couple days. He also starts writing letters to his family and saying he has no medical issues. I love Jesus. I love my kids. I love my wife. And then he starts calling out more people like Bryce Hall, who is a TikTok guy / boxer. He says, "Sorry to do this to you, but apologize for messing with underage kids. Remember, Taylor told me and showed me you need to repent and stop hiding behind TikTok and all of its clout." Now, this is where things get interesting, and this is a very important piece of information you need to know when knowing about this whole ordeal with Ryan Garcia. He is fighting on April 20th against the man named Devin Haney. Now, Devin Haney tweets out, "Give Ryan an Oscar. This is an act." The fight is happening on April 20th. He's just playing crazy to sell it, which is weird because it's people who are actually crazy out there and he's just acting for attention. So a lot of people are starting to make conspiracies on the other side. Well, this is all marketing. I mean, you see Logan Paul and Jake Paul, they're doing these wild marketing schemes where they get in these fake fights and they start exposing things just so when the fight happens, everyone's watching it because they've been on the news the past couple weeks. The thing is, with Ryan Garcia, this is wild stuff. I mean, he's exposing elites. He's saying they took him to Bohemian Grove, that it's real. I mean, he's talking to Andrew Tate seeking help. And I think when you're using this for marketing, if it's actually true that it's marketing, this is really sad and Ryan Garcia needs to seek help. And that's what I thought at first. But when I saw a video when they started trying to silence him and he's starting to make promises to the media and the world that he'll return to Instagram and he will no longer talk about topics like this because whatever happened, and someone is telling him to say what? I'll show you a video. He's reading a script. This came out today when I'm making the video, and he's clearly reading off a script. He looks very uncomfortable. Someone is silencing him. I no longer think that this is a marketing scheme. I did at first, but no matter what, this guy is still exposing things. He's saying this stuff is real. They do things to kids. Bohemian Grove is not a conspiracy theory. It is real. And at the end of the day, if people got the message and now know that that's real stuff, I mean, this guy did a great job, even if it did bring more views to his fight. Watch this video so you know what I'm talking about.
Announce my return back to Instagram. Now, over these past couple of days, you guys have seen some pretty intense things. I understand what they are and I understand what they look like. But I'm coming back to announce I'm not going to speak on any other topic other than boxing, sports, and my fight. That's the only thing I'm going to be talking about. And I'm training for this fight. I want everybody to know this fight's still on. 420, 5 weeks of super focus. I have PBD helping me in this camp and many other warriors. So I thank you guys for the support, and I'll see you guys on 420.
Ain't no way you say that you were tied up at Bohemian Grove and watched filthy things happen done by elites, go on Twitter, expose hundreds of different things, and then a day later sit down with something on your head looking like a crown or a wreath, and you're reading something looking very uncomfortable saying, "Yes, I know you've seen a lot of weird things, but I will no longer talk about anything other than the fight in 5 weeks, and I will do nothing other than train and talk about sports." Yeah, okay. This man is being held against his will in that video. I'm sorry. Either this guy, like he said, give the man an Oscar if he isn't actually being silenced, because that is wild. I mean, for a guy that is just a professional boxer, you got to take acting classes if that's fake. Regardless, we got to pray for the guy, whatever he's going through, whatever he saw. Something is happening. I think we can all agree, whatever it is, something is happening with that guy. So keep him in his prayers. This is a man that, before all of this, in his fights, he's always giving glory to Jesus Christ and says his name after every fight. And I was a big fan of this guy. And then I saw some things, and it, you know, when something like that happens, you start to question. But regardless, pray for this man. Next, we're going to talk about P. Diddy. This is major. And I know P. Diddy gets sued a lot, and there's hundreds of allegations against the guy. And the problem is that he's so rich, this man is a billionaire, that every time someone sues him, he just gives them 20, 30, 40, 50 million dollars, whatever they're seeking, and they settle. No one goes to trial, and everything is just over and swept under the rug. I mean, that's like me giving someone $300 for suing me and be like, just knock it off. That person is set for life with the $20 million Diddy is giving them, and Diddy continues to do his weird stuff that he's into. Here, his producer is only seeking $30 million. So I have a feeling this may just go swept under the rug. But if things elevate, it's going to get wild. There's already names that have been ruined in here. I mean, we're talking about rappers that will never look the same because of what this man has spilled out in this 75-page document. So the man suing him is his producer, Lil Rod Jones. His real name is Rodney Jones. So this man traveled with P. Diddy from September 2022 to November 2023, during which time he recorded hours of video and audio of Combs, his staff, and others engaging in serious illegal activity. Now, they go into detail later in the article. Among the allegations is that Combs forced Jones to procure sex workers and pressured him to engage in unwelcome sex acts with them and others, and that Combs gave laced alcoholic beverages to people who attended his parties at his homes. Now, there's going to be some gruesome detail as we go on, so just viewer discretion as advised. The lawsuit includes what it says are screenshots from gatherings hosted at Combs' house that are included underage girls and sex workers, some of whom, he said, were provided drinks that had been laced with drugs at Combs' direction. So people don't understand how serious this criminal activity is. P. Diddy is hosting parties with underage people. He has sex workers there. They're all drinking and having fun, and all of their drinks are laced. They perform sexual acts together, and then they're being recorded. That way, when they're recorded, no one can say anything because they have video evidence of them doing this kind of stuff. So everyone is scared to say something. And if they get sued, well, P. Diddy is one of the most powerful people in the music industry. Now, listen to this, which is even scarier. So the names listed are Combs' adult son, Justin, Chief of Staff, Christina Coram, Universal Music Group CEO, Sir Lucian Grange. This is one of the biggest record labels in the world, and that is the CEO of it. And former Motown Records CEO, Ethiopia, as defendants. You have to realize how powerful some of these names are. UMG Group CEO, Motown Records former CEO. There's also other actors that aren't listed right here at the moment, but I'll get to that. I had to find another article to find the names because they weren't on the current one, but Young Miami is one of the names on the lawsuit, saying that Jones has irrefutable evidence, among other things, that Young Miami's cousin and or assistant sexually assaulted him. Cuba Gooding Jr., Oscar award-winning actor, believes that Diddy was grooming him with the goal of passing him off to others. Sexual assault again. And then Justin Combs had to do with some Diddy forced him to lie about authorities about shootings and some other stuff. Now the redacted names. This is where social media went into a ruckus. So the internet's been going viral saying that Meek Mill and Usher are two of the redacted names in the court documents because the lawsuit says this. Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper who is redacted, R&B singer who is also redacted, and Stevie J. Mr. Combs promised to make sure that Mr. Jones wins Producer of the Year at the Grammys if he engaged in homosexuality. Now, this is the criteria that these two fit. He is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. He performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. And this writer is in possession of video and will provide a copy to the court. Now, Meek Mill and Usher fill out some of those criteria, and people are like, man, who else would it be? Especially if those names are redacted. Now, I'm going to show you video right now that will kind of make you think Meek Mill is for sure one of them. This is a video of P. Diddy literally recording Meek Mill in a pool, and just listen to what he says.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't call your homie that. I'm sorry. If you do, hey, whatever you're into. But Meek Mill also doesn't help his case because he was all over Twitter in fights with a bunch of different people saying that he said, I'm not gay, and he starts getting in fight with people saying that he is, and he's tweeting hundreds of times. He also uses this as a platform to drop his new EP, which I think is a mini album. It has like 4 or 5 songs, and it's called Heathenism, and I'll play it right here. You can see there's demonic symbolism in it, and it's like, dude, this is not the best spotlight of you right now, and you keep promoting and defending yourself. I feel like those are two of the things you shouldn't do. Literally say, that's not me, this is false information, and go on with your day. You're literally just using this for more attention and as a promotion. That's bad luck in my opinion. Now, there is details of exactly what P. Diddy did and what evidence the guy has of. It's really detailed and pretty gross, so I'm not going to talk about it. Just literally search it on Google yourself. You'll find it in 2 seconds. But next, we're going to talk about the video I made on Instagram where the DJ commented and his whole cult-like fan base came, and It was pretty wild, so let me show you the video first and then I'll explain exactly what happened. There is a viral clip of a DJ called Sudden Death appearing to perform a ritual in front of his fans at a show. What we see is men in red cloaks, each holding a head, which I'm positive are fake. He then hands it to this man who is dressed up as Baphomet. He holds it up, shows it to the crowd, and then gives it to someone in the crowd. You can't tell me this is just for entertainment. There's got to be a deeper meaning behind this. So I decided to dig deeper into this guy, Sudden Death. Yeah, the deeper I dug, the darker things got. And he's only getting more popular. He just made a song with Marshmello. If you don't know who that is, it's the dude that literally wears a marshmallow on his head. Demonic backdrops are one thing. I get it, at raves, people want to have the new crazy visuals with their music. But this man takes it to a whole nother level. He wears these antler heads. He's levitating in the middle of his raves. And not only that, he's literally throwing heads into the crowd. Imagine you see all of this and you're listening to his songs called Demonic Curse, Modern Sorcery, Mind Control, Purgatory. Come on, this is no rave. This is a satanic ritual. I think the video speaks for itself, where they're doing a ritual in front of their fans in red cloaks and Baphomets, giving severed heads out. And you have this guy posting me on his story, Sudden Death, and this is what he says. I think he was laughing at me, also a little upset that he probably had people go to his page from mine. I hope not. But a lot of his people came to my page, including his manager, saying, I can't tell if this is satire. I mean, this guy's following is like a cult, saying Void, which is his alter ego that he summons, is literally the best thing ever. That's Void, not Sudden Death. It's the same guy. They're just summoning Void, which is a demon. I think when he puts on the mask or something, they're saying Hail Satan, and then yeah, you got people saying Satan's days are numbered. So you could tell who's part of his community, who's part of mine. And Sudden Death himself is in my comments here replying to all of his fans. And yeah, this guy was definitely on his phone for a couple hours just refreshing these comments. And you know what? If I opened one or two people's eyes from his following or from mine from this video, I did my job, because the reach these videos are getting now, it's getting big. There's big people seeing my videos, and there's not many people who do what I do because of things like this. People just can't sit here and read the comments, and you should see my messages. They're not very pleasant sometimes, but I've been doing social media since 2020. I had an even bigger account than this one. I talked about different things, and I've learned to get over comments and realize that these things go away after 5 minutes. For some people, it can stay with them for hours, and that's what it used to do to me. But I've learned to realize that, you know, this is social media. This is the way it goes, and it's not for everyone. But I feel like God put this stuff in my life for a reason, because I can take it, and not everyone wants to talk about this stuff. So here I am trying to expose the evil. I mean, I get it. I've been to festivals before. I realize that visuals can be really cool. And I've seen some nowadays that are cool. I mean, just very mellow, low-key artists who are visuals, and it's like deep down in the ocean, there's dolphins swimming and they're playing like chill music. But when you see something like this, it makes you wonder why. I understand for shock value, and look, I'm even here making a video about it. But is there a deeper meaning than this? Because there is some really big people that are starting to do stuff like this that probably don't care for any more money. Obviously, everyone wants more, but there's other ways, and I promise you they know there's other ways. Why does it have to go to this degree where you're levitating with skulls on your head and literal demons in the background? And I'm going to put for you on the screen here another video where there's an artist very similar that goes on tour with him, and it's straight out of a horror movie. It's a possessed demon, and it's cracking its neck and moving around, and people are gonna say, yeah, because it goes with the music. But man, for me to pay money to watch that, even if you're not religious, that is just scary stuff to look at. Like, why? This is supposed to be entertainment. Maybe you're a horror freak and like to adrenaline rush, whatever. Not my crowd. Just not my crowd.